orchestrating a brighter world. NEC.
Hello everyone, my name is Ashish. I'm a part of NEC Corporation India. Welcome to ET BFSI Converge. I just want to take you all through the big data and analytics capability that NEC is having in the BFSI domain. So with that, let me just introduce you all to what is NEC. NEC India, headquartered in Delhi, with sales office across, including Tokyo, Dallas, Singapore, Melbourne. We are total 2,200 plus employees across these locations. We have got partner companies like Netcracker, Rave Technologies, and also we have got certifications like CMMI L5, ISO 20K, ISO 27001 around audit, and ISO 17001 and PCMMI L3 as well. Our presence is in some key domains, including public safety, transportation, global development, enterprises, which includes manufacturing, retail, finance, healthcare, and not limited to these as well. Agriculture and others are also there now, including telecom and logistics. We are present. What we support these domains as the key technologies. It's around IoT, AI, big data, DC, and cloud on web and mobile application developments, ERP solutions, and automations. Moving on to next, along with other technology developments and all, we have actually contributed a lot to Indian society as well, including logistics support, citizen services, public transport services, rural financial services, national security, and infrastructure. One of the key projects that I would want to highlight here is basically putting in 25.6 Tbps submarine cable, which joins Chennai to Andaman and Nicobar Island. NEC did that, which was being inaugurated by our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, recently. So this was the contribution that NEC has done to the Indian society. Quickly moving on to the big data analytics and AI expertise that NEC and this team has. We are present and we deliver almost all data layers of advanced analytics, and these are the offering. So we offer complete professional services, which includes consulting, any design and integration services, platform-related services and support, analytics and visualization support, and managed services. Starting from the data layers. So we do support platform services, which is on-prem or on cloud, private cloud or public cloud, which includes anything from Microsoft or Azure as well. Microsoft Azure and Amazon AWS as well. We do support GCC cloud, which is government cloud. We work on Google Cloud as well. Moving on to the big data storage, which is on the data mart, data warehouse, or data lake. As you can see, we have almost touched all the technology stacks, including Oracle, Cloudera, Kafka, Hive, SQL, Snowflake, Spark, and so on. Third layer is on the data processing and management. So we have worked, supported, and delivered many projects around Talent, Donedo, SaaS, TIPCO, Azure Data Factory, and we are also developing a NEC proprietary data management tool as well, which will be launched in 2022. Last, the top layer, which is on the data consumption layer. We do a lot of background analysis and all. It has to be presented, visualized by customers as well. So we have touch-based and delivered on Tableau, Power BI, Click, TIPCO, Spotify, and almost including Kibana, everything. Some of the AI solutions that we have actually launched globally is around Rapid NCAT, which is on the image analytics side, fraud detection NLP based, which is on for the BFSI kind of industry, where we have seen a lot of things have moved onto the digital platform. Quickly, how we are able to deliver this? It's basically a key differentiator what we have. So as already called out in my previous slide, we do an end-to-end solution delivery. It's a one-stop shop from design, define, and solution development, and also goes to the maintenance and support. We are able to deliver this with the skill set, the skill and agile workforce that we have, which is a part of the COE, which is the Center of Excellence for Analytics Platform and Solution Services. We have a strong customer focus where we basically strongly understand that how we can actually support the enterprise customer base and focus in developing the product and solution that a customer needs. How we are able to deliver the expectation, meet the expectation of the customer is via the robust ecosystem, which includes our in-house team and the partner capability. That's how we make a turnkey engagement. Overall, with this, we do have an innovation lab as well, which actually keeps on developing, evaluate new technologies, match the current technology need, and co-create any of the ready-made solutions with the pioneer and disruptive environment. These are the key differentiators, how we are actually able to cater our customer needs. We do have solution across industries where we have seen with COVID the transformation journey, the journey from non-digital to digital. The focus was on BFSI, where we have seen the traffic moving to the digital platform, then telecom, manufacturing, logistic, government, and so on. The focus today is on BFSI, where the impact of COVID, or I'll say anything that's moving on to the digital platform, is on the risk, on the fraud that happens. And the most impacted industry is BFSI. Here, it's not the individual information loss, but it's also on the financial loss. So this kind of solutions what we have is on the claim predictions and fraud detections, on predicting the credit default risk, on the loan scoring, on the personal information reduction, and the customer segmentation, classification of these segments. You are seeing two color codes here. One is blue, another is black. The blue ones solutions are already ready, and we are catering to the customers across the globe. Let me quickly take you through the solutions that are already available in market from a BFSI front for the industry. The first solution is on the health insurance fraud and claim prediction. Courtesy this COVID, the era what we have seen, it's a new normal what we have seen. The fraud have increased in the insurance industry. Since 2020, we are seeing that the traffic has increased, the claims have increased. How many frauds are there? There are 6 types of frauds: opportunity fraud, claim fraud, deliberate fraud, external fraud, internal fraud. Right now, what we are focusing on is claim fraud, where when the health insurance policy holder makes an illegal fraud, when they do a claim which is not legally required, or there is a false in the amount that's been done. What we're trying to identify here is that who is going to claim, and from that claim, what's the fraudulent amount. That's what we are going to identify. And the business impact clearly will be on the increase the top line, reduce operational cost, which in turn reduce customer churns, and overall it actually makes a very efficient claim proceeding, faster and impactful. Second is around the personal information. With this digital era, what we have seen, the individual's information, the probability of stealing that is also increased. This is basically a plug and play solution what NEC has developed. It can sit on any of the current ecosystem of our customers. When the information, individual information, is transmitted from a source, from a destination to a recipient, it's done digitally, and this solution actually redacts the information so that the information is not leaked. This identifies any of the information that an individual or the company feels is personal. This idea is started from basically a credit card redaction process, which normally every bank do, where when the credit card number is shared, it's masked. First 12 digits are masked, 4 digits are visible to identify or recognize that individual. The same logic is being used to any other personal information identified by the individual. What can be those? Till now, we are talking about account number. We are talking about, say, medical and health plan information. With this solution, it's flexi enough to even take your address as your personal information, your vehicle or license plate also as your personal information. Not only any structured data, unstructured data, a full face photograph can also be redacted. a biometrics identifier can also be redacted. The reason why we have this is a touchless entry, touchless authorization. This is where your information can be stolen as well. So this actually redact your unstructured data also. Third is the synthetic identity fraud. This is a new generation fraud, basically, where the synthetic identity is created using multiple identities. For example, my name, Mr. X picture, Mr. Y's address, and Mr. Z's mobile number is used to create a synthetic identity. What happens is this fraud happens in the time duration of around 2 to 3 years, wherein the credit history of this synthetic identity, this individual, which is a virtual individual, is created and a good score is been built, and then the fraud happens. How we can identify this is basically using 4 kind of methods, which is on the optical intelligence, where you using OCR, we identify with the proof that's been submitted through a deep facial recognition, which is a live picture, live video that's been captured to identify if the individual is same, through a natural language processing, which identifies the individual's presence on the social media and on the credit information available with the banks or any other financial industry. When we actually provide the weightage to all these 4 different categories, we create a score. And with that score, we identify that what's the probability of this individual to be a fake or real. That's how we identify this. Fourth solution is around the retail bank fraud, which is basically a very old or traditional way of doing a financial fraud. It's on the credit card industry. What we have done, we have identified based on the historical transaction for that individual, that kind of individual and that kind of transactions, along with demographic information of the individual, the value or size of the fraud, and also on the geolocation. We identify that what all transactions can be a fraud. So we create patterns around it with the help of classification models. And based on that, any live transaction that happens can be recognized, identified as fraud or no fraud. So these are the 4 solutions that NEC has built in the last 1 year, which will be helpful in terms of when the traffic on the digital media has increased, on the digital platform has increased. So with that, thank you so much for listening. Have a nice day.
Welcome to the demonstration of our PII redaction solution. We will be answering any questions at the end of the demo. Today, we will demonstrate how NEC's AI-empowered PII redaction tool enables enterprises to more confidently comply with data governance regulations such as GDPR and prevent sensitive information leaks. Personally identifiable information, or PII, is any data that can be used to identify individuals, such as name, date of birth, driver's license number, credit card number, social security number, and more. NEC offers an AI-tailored solution that can extract personally identifiable information from an input text or the provided documents, using the BERT-based, named entity recognition model. NEC replaces the traditional rule-based redaction approach with an AI and ML-driven approach. The solution works on unstructured and structured data sources, and is customizable to different domains. The solution includes the following steps. Data is collected from multiple sources, and processed in a structured format, such as CSV, PDF, or Excel. BERT-NER model-based training is performed on the above data. Finally, PII is identified on the documents by using the earlier trained BERT-NER model. Once we enter the login credentials, we will be able to see how the model processes the data collected from multiple sources and provides the redacted output file. We have arrived on the dashboard for PII redaction. Here, we can see the documents that are getting processed to identify the presence of personal information. We have 1005 files that are being processed currently. The dashboard also shows the breakdown of the different formats of files, such as text, PDF, doc, CSV and Excel. The files are being processed in the back-end server, and once they are all processed, we will see the model output. To identify the PII, we are using the BERT-NER model. The model is reading all the words present in the documents and masking the information that it identifies. Once the information is redacted, it can be shared with customers for publication or distribution. The model has completed the processing of all 1005 documents and identified PII content in 503 of the documents. We can see that out of these, 500 are text files, 1 is a docx file, 1 is CSV and 1 is Excel. On the right side, we can see the model validation and metrics. The model is performing well with an accuracy of 99%. By deep diving further into evaluation metrics, we can see the model precision is 98%, recall is 99% and the F1 score is 99%. This implies that the model is identifying all PII content 99% of the time. Below this, we can see the input content and the output from the model. In the first example, the model has redacted the credit card number present in the text. In the second example, it has redacted the credit card number along with the driver's license and the social security number. NEC's redaction and GDPR compliance engine takes care of the privacy and consent policies of GDPR. We are also focusing on customer preferences by sharing PII data internally and WOS for only 30 days and not sharing any data with third parties. Using our solution, customers can be certain that they are adhering to all GDPR privacy and consent compliances. Thank you for joining us today. Now, we hope to answer any questions you may have.